come over here, please. That is the sacred mountain right there, Iguaque.
Iguaque.
Do you know the story? The legend says that Iguaque is where the tribe, the Muisca tribe, originated. And there's 7 lakes there.
Wonderful.
In one of the lakes, which is the sacred lake, a woman named Bachué came out with a little boy, 3 years old, they say, in her arms, and they moved around the sacred mountain. And when the boy grew up, they got together, and they're the mother and the father of the whole Muisca tribe.
Oh.
No? And if we go over here, what do you see up in that tree?
On this
I
tree?
think you have to come over here.
Do you see it? This little thing? I see a head.
Yes. She is Bachué. She's the mother of everybody that was born here.
Beautiful.
And she's not only the mother of the Muisca tribe, she's also Mother Nature. So, the first thing we do when we have visitors here is, now the sacred mountain is coming out. We're going to breathe in very deeply and 3 times. So we're going to breathe really slowly, and we're going to breathe in. We're going to hold our breath for just 3 counts, and then we're going to breathe out again and count again 3, and we'll do that 3 times, okay? And everybody has a different rhythm, so we'll do it each one on our own. And when we finish, we give thanks for this new day. I give thanks because I can share just a little bit of what we live every day here. What we're going to do is share in 2.5 hours, a little bit of what we live, okay? We're a group of friends, men and women, we started to dream almost 40 years ago. When you're dreaming, you have to dream collectively, and there's time, each person has different dreams. So you need to also see what of my dream has to do also with your dream and what we share. Cochahuaira, that's a Chibcha name. Chibcha is the language of the Muiscas and other indigenous groups of Colombia, and it signifies rainbow. Rainbow. And here, one of the first times we came, and all I saw was Iguaque, but it had been raining, and the sun came out, and we actually, honestly saw 3 rainbows.
Beautiful.
And so I looked all over the place and we had a choice between Cochahuaira, I think, or Cochahuaira. They both mean rainbow. So anyway, we put Cochahuaira, and for the indigenous peoples, it means the bridge between heaven and earth.
Beautiful.
And that's where we start. These are terraced gardens, fruit and vegetable gardens. This is for dehydrating lots of things. We have 2 kinds of gardens. One, the terraced one, and then a circular one, which we're going to see later on. Okay?
Is this Tomate de árbol.
See, yes.
Tomate de árbol.
Yes. And it's delicious.
I love the juice.
See my house from the terrace.
Oh,
In my next life, I will put a door here, but the door is all the way around. This is really what we call the maqueta. And this is a real fossil. And both Clara's house and mine are in this form. The entrance is here, the rooms are around here, and then the center is in the center. This is a fossil and these are fossils. These are not bones, they're ceramic. And the symbol is Isis, the goddess. And our houses are made out of earth, bareque, earth and bamboo, gualbo.
You have a spare room?
I have two, and I have an apartment downstairs.
I love it. Really love it.
No, it's, and look at the view. So Cochahuaira was just like that. Bare land with grassland so that cows could eat the grass, and we've made it a natural forest.
Got that. She has two spare rooms and an apartment, so we're moving in. I love it.
And this, I mean, I lived 10 years in Kenya, and I worked in all of Africa, all of Asia, and all of Latin America and the Caribbean. And so this is from the Islamic part of Kenya. Karibu is Kiswahili, and it means welcome. And those columns are the prosperity. Let's go.
This is
Down this way.
beautiful.
Mind you, normally I do not bring people here. This is not part of the trail.
Okay.
I call this my cafe internet without coffee. The young kids come here to use the Wi-Fi.
Oh, I love that idea.
This is caña de Castillo, caña brava.
Caña.
And we use it for construction. But it's basically for roofing, for walls, not for structure. Okay? See, this is how it is. And it's a grass. Bamboo is also a grass, believe it or not. We built first Clara's house. It took 8 months. We started the 15th of January in 2006, and then we built my house that only took 6 months. We use bio construction, and so we use lots of different natural materials. Guadua, which is the native bamboo of Colombia and Ecuador. Only.
So is Cana Brava straw?
On the terrace of my house, did you see the ceiling, the roof?
Yes.
That's caña brava. We'll see it down here too. And rock and earth and lime and sand and wood and bamboo. Fique straw, but it's
Yes, they Rocio gave me. Rocio gave me, she said that this
Yeah, that's
was
fique. Yeah.
fique.
It's a, it's
It's like a
it's like
rope,
straw.
like a thin rope.
Yeah. So anyway, it should be, if it's bioconstruction, it should be sustainable. It should have a climate design. Can be recycled or reused, and try to use all materials from the area. Bamboo is not from this area. It's from the one we have is from Caldas, because they are cultivating guadua now in Moniquirá, which is close by, but it's not ready yet for use. Takes 5 years.
Oh wow.
It's fast.
Yeah.
So anyway, bioconstruction should be compatible with life. So we're going down the little bridge.
The little bridge, el puentecito.
It's the same design as mine, but she decided to put the walls like this and the windows in triangle form, and they cannot be opened, and I have
like
to
the
have
piece.
everything open. This is where we have our tomatoes,
Oh.
but we have to take really good care of them.
That's
To
beautiful.
have organic, it's not easy to have organic tomatoes. This is our artificial wetland. This. It has 3 compartments. You can only see 2, but there's really 3. And it's where the black and gray waters come, with everything that comes in those black waters. And it's from the bathrooms, basically, from the kitchen, from et
Okay.
cetera, no? And this is the system, and it copies the natural system. So this is the artificial one, but it has 3 compartments. This is where the water comes in, with all the substances. Here we have different kinds of sand. Sand? Yeah. Sand and earth and et cetera.
Stones and different things.
And then the water that comes, and these are, the sand is down below, and then there's like small pebbles and bigger ones. And the water that comes out is what is feeding the cane
Okay.
plants.
For the roofing.
Yeah, so it's gray water. I wouldn't drink it. Wetlands are so, so, so important. And actually, they're being lost around the world. None of us have municipal or veredal water systems. We depend 100% on rainwater, or if we're lucky, here for instance, we have 3 underground nacimientos. Yes, and but we, in order to use them, we'd have to pump the water up to. So we actually, from another reserve we have further up, let the water come by gravitation, because we have 3 reservoirs.
Okay.
Rainwater reservoirs. But wetlands are extremely important. By the way, the houses, both Clara's and mine, that are built in the form of an ammonite,
Okay.
a fossil, we built them. We didn't have them built. We built them with our neighbors. She's an architect, so she knew. I'm just a normal worker.
So you
But,
followed directions.
Yes,
Excellent.
sometimes. Anyway, so they're in the form of an ammonite. Those funny things up there, that's the hot water. It's solar hot water.
Beautiful.
And over, well, you can't really see it, but I have two they're like panels, solar panels for the electricity and some of the small appliances.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah, and not totally. We want to be, but we need many more batteries and we need more solar panels. So what I suggest is that you don't talk and try to just breathe deeply and admire, look at everything around you. Okay?
Did you make a wish?
This is sauco. I don't know what it's called in English either. And it's really important if you've got a cough or a problem with your bronchioles. You make an infusion.
An infusion like a tea?
Yeah. And you drink it.
Beautiful.
This is actually a creek. And the creek is the division between, oops, careful here, between our natural reserve and the neighbors. So, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's barbed wire over there. And that's the division, the separation. This is the flower of they're called passiflores. This is curuba.
Curuba?
Yeah. We've got lots.
Ah.
Oh, you see, I'm in the wetlands. That's why we have these. Five in the morning or 5 in the afternoon, you can come for bird watching.
Oh.
Because this is the only area that is still open, and you can see them flying from one area to the other. And this is where many of the natural trees that are used for construction are planted. That part is the native forest, and it's on a hillside. There's curuba all over the place.
Curuba, see.
And these are sauces. They actually call the water. They're very good for, see, we're on top of the wetland. Those are oak trees that are very, very important for the environment. They give much nutrients and they help other trees prosper. And so at the end of this year, we should have 2,000 trees, native trees.
Gorgeous.
But honestly, all the work is Cristina and Juan Diego and 2 other neighbors of ours that are doing the work. We put the land and materials. In Spanish, they call weeds maleza, but we call it buenaza.
Buenas.
Because they, as long as they're not choking the other plants, we let them be, because they also give nutrients to
They have
the
their
earth, and
purpose.
they keep the carbon
Yeah.
under the earth. This wonderful man, who is now in another dimension, he's Japanese, he created a simple way of planting. And we use it. In fact, I should have had it today for you, but next time. You make a ball of clay with seeds inside,
Oh.
and just a ball like that with the seed is inside. And what you do is you take it to the forest or wherever, but in Kenya and other African countries, they're actually doing that from planes, and they drop the balls down so that because they don't have many trees at all, so they're trying to develop forests. And we have done that maybe 5-6 times. And so the forest, they grow in the forest when it's time,
Beautiful.
when it starts raining. And it just stopped raining. It has been raining all this year and really raining, but now it stopped. So it's called Nendo Dango. Talking about different materials, the natural materials. Some of them are not from here, but there's plenty planted for years and years. Eucalyptus and pine trees are not from here, and they really ruin the soil, but they're excellent for building. So you can have a few of them if you plan on building your houses or your anything with natural products. And here we have all of these. We have arboloco, which is very interesting. If I have some close to my house, but anyway, if we see some more, I'll show you. It's like bamboo because it's inside.
Kind of hollow?
Yeah, but it's very strong. And then, so it's used for structures and for roofing also. Aliso, here, alisos grow because they grow. They're very, very, and they give nitrogen to the soil. But they're also really good for construction. So we use that. Chusque is like, it's from the bamboo family, but it's much thinner. And it's used basically for roofing and things like that. This is called, what's it called? Andropogon bicornis. Anyway, it's from here. And people used to build their roofs with this material. And it would last for 15, 20 years.
Kind of like the indigenous structures, like las churatas.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you go in and see all the little babies. The little babies. So anyway, this is the real nursery, the baby nursery.
This is beautiful.
The circular garden, vegetable garden and fruit garden. But before, I want to show you this design because you can't see it any longer. It's a Muiscas design, and it means prosperity. It's copying the agroforests. So the big trees are in the middle, no? And we have nísperos. And then around them are different plants some that go down, others need to come up. And so we live by something that's called permaculture. And it's really a philosophy of life. And it has to do with being part of nature, not above nature, but being part of all living beings. And you need to not step very heavily, but softly. And also observe and see what really grows in the area, not trying to cultivate things that aren't really from here. It's important to do plant and to cultivate, which is part of the area. This is toronjil. Toronjil. I love it. Just try it.
Try toronjil.
Ta 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 ta.
Gracias. Lo paso por allá.
Sí.
Okay.
And
Try toronjil.
look at this flower.
Try toronjil.
It's just large. And we have lots of them. Some of them have already.
That's really refreshing.
Look at the. This is called maravilla. The flower is beautiful. It's called the flower of one day, but it really lasts more than one day. But these over there were blossoming yesterday, and now they're not. And once they dry, then you can dig out the roots, and they're edible. They're little white things that look like garlic in the form, but their taste is more like potatoes. ¿Conoces la maravilla? Uy, it's very much from here. Anyway, it's delicious. And this is lulo lulo.
Lulo lulo.
But we didn't plant it. We've got a few of them. And we have corn growing, and this is the níspero, and granadilla. And this is
Allá. Somewhere
it's
there.
growing right here, right
Okay.
there. This is called Japanese lettuce. But try it. It's all very, very healthy, organic.
That's pretty good.
That has some actually a really yummy flavor.
Try it, buddy.
To me, it tastes like arugula. It's picante.
A little bit more spicy, yeah.
I could totally have a salad with fresh
And that's-
tomatoes.
And this
Mm.
Oh, there's no fat ass cheese.
picante. Okay, we can't go in here, but anyway, there's many different things. There's parsley and cilantro someplace. Use most are Tommy and Florida. One of our members swims in here almost every day. Not now because it's really cold now. But as you can see, Tommy loves it. This, even though it looks like it's dirty, it isn't. It's rainwater, and really, truly, you can swim in it. And there's a diving board. You want to go?
Gosh.
You
Go,
can go
buddy.
in.
Yeah, the water looks
And I
actually
want
clean.
to show you what we call the with two trees from here, pine trees, and the roofing is not natural. The windows, Colombian who can go up and yeah. They're the doors to the refrigerators, and they
Have the sodas.
yeah, and they're quite good because they have two panels, yeah, and so anyway, upstairs is where the beds are, but you have to bring your sleeping bag, and
This is so awesome. This fridge is property and exclusive use of Postón. And look, it has the fridge handle and everything. What a great way of repurposing. Look at those stairs. Wow.
Everything except for it is either from Cochahuaira or materials that we reuse from construction sites. Trees have energy,
Yes.
and it's very, very important to thank them and to receive their energy. Give her a big hug. Hi, with Mama. have to have a healthy life. And to have a healthy life means both being healthy physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And this place that I'm going to show you is called Arcoiris,
Arcoiris.
which is Cochahuaira in Castellano. In any project, especially with people, there are ups and downs. And there are things, there are problems along the way, and there are discussions, and we don't always do things the way we should, and we have to learn and redo, and never, never, never give up the dream. No? So, all of this is what we do here. I'm a maestra of Reiki.
Oh.
A good friend of ours who lives in Villa de Leyva, Clara Lia Solorzano, who's from Medellin. She does Chinese massage. She calls it energetic massage, but it's Chinese massage. And our doctor, who's a bioenergy doctor, comes once a month. So this is where we do all of those things, you know? And like I don't charge money. You always have to have some kind of exchange. So my neighbors bring me eggs, bring me cheese, bring me chickens. At the beginning, they brought me live ones, and I said no. They just bring me, you know, when they're ready to be cooked and eaten. Right. Cuidar es amar y amar es cuidar. That it's so important. To take care is to love, and to love is to take care. No, beginning with oneself. So anyway, all of this is reused, except for this was new. Now it isn't, and obviously the glass is not. But everything else, even the curtains, which I want to change, are used. Even this plastic that's the roof is reused from a construction site that we had in Ambalema, Tolima. Okay, you can go in. It's very simple. The waiting room, and it's under 3 old oak trees. This I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but if you look at the roof, it's a connection between each one. You don't need any nails or anything to hold it together. We've actually been up on the roof many a time. I will have to be up there today because I have to cover that up for the projection and for the workshop. And it shows also how people, when we're connected, when we're are stronger. And this is called a resonadora. And this is really an ammonite. These are the rings of guadua, bamboo.
Oh.
And the design is what's called a resonadora. And it's for protecting us against electromagnetic currents.